Okay, so test if this is working. Okay, it is. Alright. Yeah, I got some weird error that just popped in OBS. Something like I tried to go live and it's like it's malfunctioning for test trial or something. I was like, what the hell? Like, I had no idea what that meant. Anyways, it's working now. So that's going. Let me just check this. Okay, that seems fine. Okay, so we are going to look at YOTSUBA today. So last time we looked at chapter 2. I'm just going to go through all of it, all of volume 1. So yeah, we're going to do that. I am planning to read other stuff. I want to read Karakao Jozu no Takagi-san. That's highly recommended. There's also another one. I don't know the name in Japanese, and I'm not planning to read it for probably like a month or two. But I've seen like a short version of it. It's called The Girl from the Other Side. It's like a fantasy mystery type thing. It's pretty cool. I watched like a silent film version of it, which was a short film, and it was only like, I think 20 or 30 minutes long, and I don't know how much of it covered though. I think it only covered the first few or several chapters, maybe volume. I don't know. I have no idea. I haven't read the manga, but I did watch the anime, which was a silent film, essentially, which was really cool, actually. So I plan to read that in a month or two. We'll probably do streams of that. What I'm thinking I'm going to do is I'm going to end up reading through 10 volumes of YOTSUBA, and then after that, just go to something else, and then come back to YOTSUBA for fun, because I like YOTSUBA. It's really funny, actually. But that will be more of like an enjoyment type of read than a actual like study read. Today we'll be going through volume 1. I've already read it. I have not read YOTSUBA in the past, but before every stream I tried to read ahead, I tried to read ahead a few days before, so it's review for me, but we will study it and see. Okay, anyways, before we start, I will say hi and thank you to anyone coming to my stream. We will look at this. I will be probably stream a game on Thursday. I don't know the name of it, but it's supposed to be a short game that I have no clue about, right? Like absolutely none. So I don't know what that game's about. I think it's supposed to be like an hour or an hour and a half long. So we'll play that on Thursday or something. There was a video I wanted to put out as well, just an update about, resources for learning Japanese and learning languages generally. That will not be out today, but that will be out this week. It's a bit delayed, so it is what it is. Anyways, quick show off of my model here. So this is the model, art, rigging, live 2D animation, everything by me. So we got the crying animation, which can go forever, combined with the waving and the expressions and everything, and different eye physics, mouth X. I actually drew 2 different eyes. So yeah, that's all there. And yeah, so we are going to look at YOTSUBA. The art, the rigging, and everything is by me. If anyone is interested in a commission, just send me an email. And let's get into this. Yeah. So move my character to the side so I'm not really blocking it too much. I do have this white out screen there just because of copyright, just in case. I do think YOTSUBA is a great manga. I do recommend anyone to buy it. I am reading it, but I'm probably going to put it on hold come the beginning of October in a few weeks, just because it's really good. And I do think it's a good manga for people who are like novice, upper novice level to maybe lower intermediate. Mostly because the grammar is weird, and then you have like different characters using different forms of speech, like Keigo speech, like the formal speech, and then casual, and then super casual. It's very mixed, which in itself is confusing. But I do recommend it. I think YOTSUBA is hilarious, this manga. But I do want to go to other stuff that's a bit harder, because I think YOTSUBA for me is more challenging related to the vocabulary than the grammar. So I think. And yeah, so I'm probably going to go to something else in October, and we can do like skill teaser Takagi-san and that one anime, I don't know, not anime but manga. I don't know the name of it in Japanese. It's called The Girl from the Other Side. Actually, maybe I can... Wait, maybe I can actually bring something up. I'm going to try find an image of it and we can do just to show, but I'll probably start that in October. I think it's called that. The Girl from the Other Side. I think that's what it's called. And it's on the same website that I have here. So, yeah, this is it. Totsukuni no Shoujo. That's it. So if I bring that up. Oh, also, I'm just going to show a website. I might as well show it. It's called Learn Natively. And it basically ranks different mangas in terms of difficulty. So that way you can see how they compare. So let me just bring that up. Give me a second. Just give me a second. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna bring this site up. It's a good resource and it actually compares different stuff. So just let me see this. Okay, there. So this website is called Learn Natively, and what the hell? I have to remove that. Basically, I found this website like a week or two ago or something, a couple weeks ago. It pretty much just shows different things by their level. It's not always the most accurate because it goes by user ratings. So if you want to go like with YOTSUBA, for example, let's see, YOTSUBA, it lists YOTSUBA at, it doesn't list every manga. I've looked up some and it doesn't have it, but it lists YOTSUBA at level 16 difficulty. That's their own rating system, and they put it at upper beginner, which is like novice level. Some people I see put it at lower intermediate, but it's novice. This one I want to go to, we can start it in October. I don't know when in October, but it's like a drama fantasy and it looks really cool. I've seen the silent film for it, which is only 20 or 30 minutes long. So this is listed to be level 23, which is, I think, medium intermediate. Just keep in mind, anyone who does look at these websites, the ratings are not always the most accurate because it goes by the user ratings, right? So YOTSUBA has a lot of user ratings, like 300 and something, so it's going to be pretty accurate. Something like this one, Totsukuni no Shoujo, has 22 ratings, going to be pretty accurate. But there's some stuff that only has like 1 rating or 0 ratings, so you have to take those levels with a grain of salt. But this will go into, and this is like intermediate, like medium intermediate. This will do in October, and I think it kind of suits with October and Halloween and stuff. It fits the entire theme of it. It's a nice story. I like, just to give a background from what I saw in the silent film. It's about like this separation of like 2 worlds, pretty much. This Totsukuni no Shoujo. And basically, like, there's this orphan girl and one of these, I don't know if you'd call them monsters, like this kaiju, but that retains his sense of humanity in some way, finds her and tries to protect her. It's kind of supposed to be like a, I don't know, like a father-daughter type figure, or older brother, little sister, I don't know, something like that. Hopefully, I don't think it turns weird, so, but I haven't read the manga, but I would hope they don't pull like a freaking Usagi drop or something. Anyways, big tangent. I accidentally activated the tier. Anyways, we'll go to YOTSUBA right now, and we'll go through the entire volume, actually. So, let me enable this little white screen, just in case of copyright. Where is it? Yeah, just in case. Just in case of copyright. I do plan to buy the YOTSUBA manga. It's really cool. But yeah, I'm probably going to stop reading it in October to focus on harder things for learning. And then I'll just look at YOTSUBA for enjoyment rather than learning, right? Because it's a little challenging for me, but I think I do well with it. However, I want to go to things that are more intermediate level and away from the upper novice, right? I think my reading's okay for that. I think my reading right now is like Chukyu ka Jokyu no Rebu Ranku. Yeah, like intermediate. But my speaking is lower. My speaking is like upper novice, I think. But my reading, I would say, is like lower intermediate. My listening, probably between the two. So we're just going to go through this. I'm not going to spend too much time on chapters 1 and 2 because we already did streams of them. So I'm basically going to speed read those chapters. I'm not going to talk too much about particles because a lot of the particles that show up I already talked about. We already looked at it in the other YOTSUBA streams. So I'm not really going to mention that too much. But anyways, let's look at this. Himawari. Takusan himawari. Lots of sunflowers. Rezoko. Fridges. Norimono. Vehicles. Key. Trees. Nice day. You know, it was such a pain to try to get my phone to like stay up before this stream. It kept falling down. Because I still have to get a new, what's it called? The arm, the phone holder, the boom arm thing. I can't remember the English word. YOTSUBA to hikoshi. YOTSUBA and moving. The move. Oh, mo suku dazo. A little more. YOTSUBA. Oh, suge. To-chan. Koko ie ka ippai aru na. It's like, Dad, here, houses, lots. There is. That's like the literal translation. So daro. That's right. Omise o aruzo. Like I have to increase the size of the page. It's hard to read because the font's like tiny. So he's like, Sodaro, yes, there's lots of shops too. Omise, always just put in front to be a little more polite. Omise mo ka, shops also. Suge, hito ga ippai iru. Kyou wa matsuri ka. There's lots of people here. Is there a festival today? Gakko da gakko, school. Soya, ashita kara natsu yasumi da na. From tomorrow, it's summer vacation. Again, I'm not going to spend too much time on chapters 1 and 2. We're going to look at all 7 chapters. But chapters 1 and 2, I'm more just going to read through because we already looked at it in other streams. So I'm just going to speed read chapters 1 and 2. So a heads up for that. Anmari nori dasu to abunai zo. One-chan ga te futta, to-chan mo fure. To-chan te ga hanasenai kara na. Ore no bun mo YOTSUBA ga futte kure. So basically, she's like, oh, the older girl waved at me. Dad, you wave too. It's like, I can't take my hands off the wheel, so you do it for me. Hora, suita zo. Suita? Doko ni suita? Doko te soria omae. Oh, he said soria omae. He's like, well, that's your, and then she cut him off. Oh, Jumbo da. Ah, yo, us. Jumbo, hisashiburi da na. Oh, YOTSUBA. The way he palms her head. Like, it just looks like he's about to just, like, chuck her. Just, like, throw her or something. Because, like, I don't know, I just find it funny. Genki ni shiteta ka? Wa yamero. Yanda wa mada? Aitsu. Yoga haitta kara konete. Aitsu dame da yo. Dame da wa. Dame da wa. It's odd he uses wa. Thought like wa is supposed to be a more feminine particle. But maybe it's just like a regional thing too. Jumbo shibaraku minai uchi ni mata okiku natta. So Jumbo, it's a short while. Minai, not seeing. Okay, this sentence is a bit weird to me. Mata Jumbo shibaraku minai uchi ni mata okiku natta. It's like basically like short while hasn't seen him. Again grew bigger. Again grown. The uchi throws me off. Uchi. Because it's like, at first I was like, is she saying it's in a short while she won't see the house from him just continually growing? Or is it just like, I'm not too sure actually. Like I understand the gist of it. It's just that one word is throwing me. That one word threw me off. We'll go to deep L. Oh, Uchi is throwing me. Oh, okay. See, the hiragana threw me off, actually. So that's a thing about the YOTSUBA manga. I know, like, it's a writing device. I forgot the literary device, that's the term. Where children in manga will speak with hiragana and the adults will use kanji. There are exceptions to this, like Non-Biori. The whole cast is children, so they all use kanji. And then I think Takagi-san, same thing, they all use kanji. The uchi threw me off because uchi can also be like in or within, but it can also mean house. So I wasn't sure if, because of YOTSUBA's speech, I wasn't sure if she was saying in a short while won't see the house from, growing bigger because Jumbo keeps growing. She's like, she's talking about how he grew again, right? So I was like, I'm not sure if she's saying that in a short while, she's making a joke saying, we won't see the house soon if you keep growing. Or if she was saying like, hasn't seen him, like the other meaning for uchi, a while, whatever. The hiragana throws it off. That's why. It's a little confusing at first. But I still understood it, and it's still understandable either way, the sentence and everything. It's just that one word, the meaning of that one word is a bit confusing because it's in hiragana. And the hiragana word can mean multiple things, right? But she's saying shibaraku, short while, minai uchi ni, not seen. The uchi ni throws me off, but it's like a period of time. Within that period, how mata, again, okiku natta, he grew, right? So literally, the translation would be like short while, see not, during or during which, again, grew. Yeah, that's like the literal translation. I do think YOTSUBA is a great manga. It's a little confusing because you have different characters. One speaks casual, one speaks very casual, that being YOTSUBA. One speaks formal, that being Fuka. And then it's also a little odd when there is hiragana, like with the uchi that I mentioned, though the meaning is still there and understood. It's just specifically, it's a little confusing, if that makes any sense. I don't know if what I just said made any sense. Anyways, I don't think I have a talent for teaching, but that's why this is a study along stream, not a teaching stream. Anyways, doko de oboeta sono serif? It's like, where did you learn that speech, that line? Mahika jambo ga futari bun hataraku shina. Sonna koto wa nai. Ore wa hatarakanai. Hataraite kure. YOTSUBA ga hataraku. Erai zo YOTSUBA. Tochan wa dame da na. Tochan wa dame da. Again, I'm just gonna go through chapters 1 and 2 quicker. I'm just saying that so anyone knows, because we already looked at it on stream. So it's more of like a review, right? Chapters 3 through 7, I will also look at on stream a bit more slowly. Anyways, they're moving. Hikoshite, moving in, you know. Because the house, it was Akiya. It was empty house. Akiya uses the A uses the kanji for sky, but the A reading is uncommon, I would say. Not too common. Soko oito ite izo. Oito ite izo. It's like that, you know, put there is good. Soko oito ite izo. Nanka ore tairoku tekashite na. Tega furueru. Tega furueru. Omae sa, kinjo ni aisatsu de kubaru. So shina toka yoi shiteru ka? So omae sa, kinjo ni aisatsu de kubaru. So shina toka yoi shiteru ka? Soka, so yuna no shinakya na. Atama ii na omae. Ja, ore ga yoi shite kita te yaru. Omae kitazuketero. Henna mon motte kunayo. Ore wa pudding ga suki nanda. Yeah, omae no shiko wa ii. He's like, yeah, I don't need to know your preferences. Like, dude's like, I want pudding. It's like, I don't need to know what you like. It's okay. I'm not getting pudding. That's what he's implying. Tokoro de sa, YOTSUBA tokoda. Inakunata, not here, disappeared. Ma, hara hetara kaite kuru daro. Ja, mitsuketara hiro toku wa. Soshite kure. Sate, do kara te o tsukeru kana? Do kara. Instead of saying doko kara, because having two K sounds together, the ko turns into like a pause, a small like skip there. So that way there's not two sharp sounds beside each other. どから te o sukeru kana. He's basically saying like where should I put my hand, right? Or like what should he do, pretty much, or where should he start for the cleaning, or whatever. I can't read that. That's kind of small. I'm just gonna skip that. Like I can't read because it looks like a scribble, so I'm like I can't read it. Like not that like I can't see it actually. Sometimes it has that for like these. I don't know what you call them, like the side commentary in the manga, and it's kind of scribbled words, and it's like the penmanship cannot be read. Anyways, konnichiwa. もしかしてこちらに引っ越して来られた方ですか？あ、はい、そうですけど、やっぱりよ。私、隣に住んでおります。綾瀬と申します。よろしくお願いします。いえ、こちらこそよろしく。その段ボール、that cardboard、その段ボール、ゴミに出す分ですか？そう。したいんだけど、段ボールはですね、資源ゴミの日に出すんです。金曜日ですね。あそこの電柱のところ、熱があるじゃないですか。あそこにですんですよ。そうなんだ。ちなみに、by the way, or also, 燃えるゴミは月木。Burnable trash is Mondays, Thursdays. 燃えないゴミは土曜日ですから。他にも何かわからないことなど is like other things. ことなどありましたら、遠慮なくおっしゃってください。Do not refrain from asking. 君、高校生だよね。はい、そうですけど。いや、しっかりしてんなと思って。俺がここの時は、もっと、今でもしっかりしてないんだけど、しっかりしてください。すみません。ところで、こちらに住むのはお一人で。いや、小さい娘がいて、さっきちょっとどこかに消えちゃったんだけど。大変危機だ。大変 big deal, big great event, like a big problem. Kiki is what I said. Kiki is like crisis or emergency or something. Yeah. I didn't say Kiki in the manga, but whatever. I'm saying it goes with the word taihen. じゃあ私探してきましょうか。いいんだ。いつものことだから。It's like いつも always and always instead and always does it. 心配しなくても。そうなんですか。じゃあ この後私出かけますんだって、その時それらしい子がいないか注意しておきます。So the おきます is like she's basically saying like she's gonna look for YOTSUBA because YOTSUBA, you know, disappeared. いくなった。Was that it? いくなった？いなくなった。Yeah, いなくなった。My reading is better than my speaking. Because I haven't really gotten the chance to practice speaking, that's why. But I'm going to try to do it like this week. Because I looked online and I saw some free class for it somewhere in my area. So I'm going to try to attend that, and then I'm going to see about doing like, I don't know, see about just doing it online, I guess, for speaking. Anyways, where was it? ありがとう。変なやつだって思う子がいたら、多分それ。そうだ。お子さん、お名前はYOTSUBAちゃんですね。明日から夏休み。And I was singing like it's summer, you know, but she's just breaking up the words. 誰かな？この辺じゃ見ない子だ。なんか変わった外国の子。それに何してんだろう? YOTSUBA was like pushing the swing. Damn, that must have hurt. She noticed her. How do you say that? Kigazuku? Kigazuku. To notice, to realize. 来た。あれなんだ？あれってブランコのこと？ブランコ I guess that's swing, not string, yeah. Yeah, Shizuka, friggin' Hunter x Hunter. The hell? Why that reminded me of that. こうやって遊びの。やる。YOTSUBAもやる。はい。押して。はい。It's like push me. 自分でハンドつけたら動くから。You know, like kick off, recoil, to move. それじゃね。変わった子だな。そういえば、うちの隣の空き家に新しい人が来るって。もしかして。She's like, what? YOTSUBA is like trying to join some swimming Olympics or something. 手、話しちゃダメよ。手Damn, super athlete YOTSUBA. She killed that landing. That landing, she like nailed that landing. Amazing. 大丈夫だった。声。ちょっと。エナ、いいとこに来た。ふかお姉ちゃん。帰ってくる途中で変な子見なかった？見た？見たの？ どこでそこ、アジサイ公園にいたよ。今もいる。うん。公園の向こう、緑ビルの方に走ってた。Again, like, I'm just reading this. I keep mentioning it just in case someone pops into the stream and is wondering why I'm not like breaking anything down. It's because we already looked at chapters 1 and 2, so I'm going through it a bit quicker. いないな. She's like, chi. The shock. 驚くね. 変なやつだ. お嬢ちゃん? 何してるのかな? セミ. そうか。セミか。やっぱり夏はセミだよね。あなた、四つ葉ちゃんでしょ? なんで知ってんだ? なんでだと思う? 四つ葉ちゃんのお父さんに頼まれて That's like request. 頼まれて It's in hiragana, so it threw me off for a second. 頼まれて 頼む is to request. Okay. お父さんに頼まれてお迎えに来たのよ. So to bring him back. To bring her back, not him. To welcome back, to greet and come back. 迎えに来る. To come and meet. 迎える is like to greet or to welcome. And then 来る, or in this case, 来た. So welcome and come. Come and welcome. Come and greet. In this context, it's basically to bring back. I guess you could say modoru as well, but that's more like to return something, right? お父ちゃんか。じゃあ、一緒に行こうね。行こう。So they're walking down the street. This just reminds me of the Arthur theme song for some reason. Fuka and Yotsuba just walking down the street. Yotsuba-chan, nanense? Like what grade? Nanense is confusing because it looks like what year life is the kanjis for it, but it's like, what grade are you? So it's like a bit confusing. That word. Tochan ga suki. So ka, tochan suki ka. Tochan ga. Ii ka yo. Ii ka Yotsuba. 知らない人についていちゃダメだ。ダメだぞ。いいものあげるとか giving you a good thing お父さんが呼んでるとか saying your dad called you 言われても or something else その人は that person 悪い人かも bad person maybe 知らないぞ like you don't know they could be a bad person this is like ちょっとYOTSUBA ちょっとyoji ちょっと a little yoji task yoji is task it's confusing because of the hiragana yoji を思い出した I remembered あっちにバイバイどうしたの全力疾走 full power running 待ちなさい助けて Taskete! She's like screaming for help. She's like this strange lady. Oya, doshita no, Fuka-chan. Yeah, nandemo, arimasen kara. Nothing at all. Jumbo almost ran her over. To run over is like hiku, or is it hiku? Hiku? There's a few different ways to say it. I think one way is hiku. Let me actually just check for a second. Let me see. Run over. Run over is hiku. Yeah, hiku. Or haneru. Okay, so it's either of those. Yeah. Hiku or haneru. Can't read that. Saki no koto Fuka one-chan. It's like the before kid at Fuka. Ena, Sukai Maero. Catch her. Oh, YOTSUBA's too skilled. How do you say skill again? I forgot. I learned this word. How do you say skill? Wait. What was it? Waza. She's skillful. Kiyo. Kiyo sugiru. Oh, mate. The fact she used Ena as like a leapfrog is just hilarious. Nani? Ah, Asagi ne-chan. Sono ko. Geto. Jujutsu Kaisen. She's summoning. Anyways. Hi, Ojo-chan. Doshita no kashira. What's going on, I wonder? Tasukete, help. Warui hito ni tsukamaeru. Warui hito ni tsukamaeru. Yosh, warui hito wa one-chan ga yatsukete ageyo. One-chan tsuyoi kara ne. Honto ka? Really? It's like One-chan will get them. One-chan is strong. Really? Ite! Sue. De nani kono ko? It's like, what's the deal with this kid? And what? This kid. Tonari hikoshite kitako. Surete iku no. So, literally, that sentence is Tonari hikoshite kitako. Surete iku no. Tonari no ni hikoshite. So, neighbor to the neighbor. Moving, came, child to the child that came moving next door, right? The neighbor. Surete ikuno. Arrive, go. Basically saying she went to take her back. Surete iku. Surete iku. Let's see. Okay, go for it. I might skip chapter 2. We might skip chapter 2 because we looked at it last stream, and I don't want to like focus too much on what we already looked at, especially if we're going to go through all of chapters, all of it. But yeah, all of volume 1, that is. Because we already looked at volume 2, not volume 2, what am I saying? Chapters 1 and 2 on stream, right? So I don't want to spend too much time. Chapters 1 and 2 is more just review here, and then we go through the rest. I don't know how long the stream will be. I don't mind it being a few hours, but we'll see. Uchi no ane to imoto desu. Chojo no Asagi, the oldest, right? Got them in order. Chojo no Asagi. Watashi ga Jijo no Fuka de Sue ko no Ena desu. The second daughter. So we got the oldest daughter, Asagi. The second daughter is Fuka. And the last child is Ena. 引っ越してきた小祝です。こいつが四つ葉。よろしくね、よろしく。このお姉ちゃんたちはお隣さんだ。ちゃんと挨拶しなさい。It's like greet them properly. They are neighbors. These older girls are neighbors. Tachi is like just a pluralizer. One-chan tachi, boku tachi, kimi tachi. It's tachi is a pluralizer word. Otonari-san, uchi wa soko. Our house is there. Otonari. Chigao yo. Yotsuba no uchi wa motto motto zuutto toku ni arun da yo. Koko. いつ何も分かってなかったのか? It's like she didn't understand anything the time here, when here. Like she understood nothing going on. いいか、YOTSUBA、見ろ。Listen, YOTSUBA, look. これが今日から、from today, 今日からYOTSUBAが住む。YOTSUBA's dwelling, living, 新しい家だ, new house is, yeah. 今日からここがで、こっちが私たちの家。父ちゃん、お隣さんだ。そうだ、お隣さんだ。じゃあよろしくね、よろしく。YOTSUBAちゃん、よろしくね、よろしく、よろしく。Na. Yoroshiku na is like more colloquial, it's casual. じゃあ、お姉ちゃんは悪い人じゃないの？は？違うのよ。So, it's like, so the, じゃあ、well, お姉ちゃんは, that older sister, 悪い人, bad person じゃないの? Isn't? Questioning? No replaces ka here as the question mark. Why it does that, I don't know exactly. I think because it's a bit more casual when it's used at the end of a sentence to mark a question, that is. I think it's supposed to be a bit more casual. I think. So omoeta, if that's the word. My spoken Japanese is not that good, because I gotta practice it more. Which I'm planning to start practicing my speaking this week. Because prior I wasn't practicing speaking really. I was more just like, repeating things I listened to. And then also, which is okay to do, right? That's good. And then also I would say like random words to my sister and she's like, what the hell are you saying? I'm not interested in learning that language. And then I would just do it for practice, but yeah. Yep. Anyways, YOTSUBA to aisatsu and greeting. Okay, should we look at chapter 2 or should we just skip it? Because we already looked at it on a stream. Because we already looked at it on a stream. I'm kind of thinking of skipping it. Anyways, well, I'm gonna like just speed read it, and then we'll look at the other stuff more. Or maybe I'll just skip it. You know what? Maybe we'll just skip it. That way the stream's not too long, and also I like just for copyright reasons, I do need to talk more. So talk, and since we already went through chapter 2, to like do another breakdown of it as thoroughly as we did in stream does not make any sense. So I'm just gonna skip chapter 2 there. And we're just gonna look at 3 through 7. It just makes more sense, because otherwise if I'm not talking too much, then it might get like a copyright strike. So if people want to see chapter 2, we looked at it last stream, so there. Oh, this is chapter 3, right? Yeah, it's chapter 3. Okay, I had to double check. So what's chapter 2? Oh, chapter 2 is like when Fuka got stuck in the window. I don't know how to say that in Japanese. If I could read it, but I can't say it. But yeah, this week I'm going to start studying. I'm going to start like practicing speaking a lot more. See if I can take a class for it. Other than that, I'm going to try and just use an app for like talking to people online and see how that goes. Because I don't know anyone who speaks Japanese. That's why. So, or is learning it. So I don't have anyone to actually practice with. But I'll figure something out. Anyways, Nanda okita no ka. So wait, you're up. Fuka kayoba. Fuka ga. The hair, like the writing threw me off. I couldn't even tell it had a rendaku thing. Fuka ga YOTSUBA kaite kurete ta. It's like she drew, YOTSUBA. She wrote for her. Okitara oite atta. Okitara oite atta. So she woke up and that was there. Yeah. Okitara oite atta. Like learning from YOTSUBA's speech is not the best. Really, if someone's going to learn from this manga, it's better to actually focus more on what the other characters say, especially in response to YOTSUBA, than what YOTSUBA's saying, because sometimes she forgets words and she says them wrong, and even when she says them right, she says them in a very super casual way that you would not speak to people in real life as, like, Soria yokata na, ii one-san da na. It's like, oh, that's great. It's a good older sister, right? Igaito ii yatsu da. I think that's the wrong meaning, but anyways. Kono e mo heta. It's like this drawing is bad, but da heta takedo yotsu da yoku dekiteiru. Kini irimashita. Kini irimashita. It's like, I'm happy with it. Kini irimashita. Pleased with it. じゃあ、お姉ちゃんにお礼言わなきゃな。じゃあ、the older girl, to thank her, right? To thank her, you should. Nakya is like a command. So you're saying like, well, the older girl, じゃあ、お姉ちゃんにお礼, thanks, 言わなきゃな. Like, nakya is like a command, but he adds the na. Basically, like, you should thank her. Shouldn't you? So da yo na. She's agreeing. Oh, ore itte kuru. She's like, I'm going to thank her. Hitori dete kuru boton da. No, Is that button food? No. Sweetie. I didn't even read the katakana. I just guessed what she might have said. I didn't even look at the word. But she said sweetie. Hito dette kuru. The switch that makes people come out. Ping pong. Oseta. Pushed it. Ping pong. Fu. Ka dette koi. Fu ka dette koi. It's like, Fuka, come out. Kora. Yotsuba's like, kono koe. Doko. Where's this voice? Dare desu ka? Yotsuba's like, Dare desu ka? Who are you? Sore wa kochi no serif wa yo. Kochi no serif yo. Nanda, Yotsuba-chan janai. Ah, kirei naほの姉ちゃんだ。きれいなほの姉ちゃんだ。あさぎよ。あさぎ。あさげ。あさぎ。今日は何？なんか用事。Some errand or need something. なんか something task, something need. Yoji is like a task or business. Something business, something. Yeah, like, do you need something? Like, do you have some business here? Fuka ni hitokoto itte oku koto ga aru. She has something to say to Fuka. そりゃまた面白そうね。でも、Fuka今でかけていないわよ。So basically saying like, but Fuka now, de kakete, like, she's out. Right? She went out. De kakete. De is, exit. Or da. There's another reading for that kanji. She went out. She's not here. Inai yo. Are, ja, do suru? Well, ja, do suru? Well, what to do? Omoshiroi na kono kodomo. What an interesting child. Ja, toriaizu. Well, anyways. Naka hairu. To come in. Naka hairu. Hairu is like to enter. Naka hairu. Naka is like middle. So enter the middle and like enter in. Oh, naka would also be like inside too, I guess. But it means middle as well. So enter in. Naka iru. Yeah. Koko atsui kara. Here is hot. Atsui kara. Ma tektoni. Oh. Ma tektoni. Tekito is a odd word. It has like different meanings. So it can mean tekito can mean like properly or suitable. But it can also mean careless and lazily. It depends on the context. It's kind of odd because it's like two opposite meanings. But it depends on the context. I know tekito is like, there's kanji for it. I don't know if they use one for the kanji and then for the hiragana just use the other meaning or not. I'm not too sure about that, but it does have those two opposite meanings. Ma tektoni. Make yourself comfortable, she was saying. Casual speak. Going to suitable. Ma tektoni. So if we put this into deep L, and apparently it makes no sense. Well, it's basically something about being Texan. See, like Google and DeepL can't like pick up on the meaning of it, but apparently she's telling her to make herself comfortable. The knee, I'll just mention, even though it's been mentioned a lot in other streams, it's a particle that indicates direction to a place. It doesn't have to be a physical place. It can be figurative, and not just like a made-up fantasy land. But it doesn't need to refer to a place. It's a direction, right? Towards something. So the direction of tekito, which is, I guess, not in this case careless or lazily. I think in this case it's being used as suitable or proper. So the direction of proper. To me it makes no sense, but apparently she's casually saying just like for YOTSUBA to make herself at home. この部屋、冷たいぞ。冷たい、cold. Cooler, air conditioner, cooler. Kiki, suki. Kiku is to work effectively. So she's saying, is it working too much? Too much air conditioning. Koko wa the cooler. Ne. Koko wa fuyu ka. It's like here is winter. そんなに寒いかな? Is it that cold? Huh? YOTSUBA-chan, hiesho? It's like YOTSUBA, do you have cold sensitivity? He is like the kanji for cold or cool off. Hiesho. Sho is like feeling or something. So something like that. Hiesho is cold sensitivity. So she's like, YOTSUBA, do you have cold sensitivity? 寒くない。ちょうど寒い. She's like, it's ちょうど exactly 寒い. Cold, exactly cold, just right cold. The just right cold. So just the right amount. もしかしてクーラーって知ってるかな? この機械なんだけど. It's like the air conditioner 知ってるかな? Do you know it? I wonder. この機械 this 機械 is like machine. この機械なんだけど. Nanda. Like, she's asking her, do you know what it is? But do you know what this is? However, do you know what this is? Nanda. それは、それ。お、冷たい。風が出てくる。なんだこれは。クーラーよ、クーラー。夏でも涼しくしてしまう機会よ。So it's a natsu demo. So it's a summer. Suzushi is like cool down. Suzushi means like to cool down. Suzushi. Cool. So it's a summer cooling down machine. Natsu demo. Suzushiku. Shite shimao. Kiki yo. Oh, suge. Kore. Ice cream. What the hell? Kore. アイスクリームを作れるか。それは無理だ。It's like, does this make ice cream? That's impossible. 夏でも涼しく。Summer but summer cools. Cooling done machine. It's a machine that done does to cool even whatever is summer. I tried to read that backwards. Because Japanese and English is backwards. Natsu demo suzushiku shite shimao kikiyo. So it's even summer even cools. Cooling done or does machine. Natsu demo suzushiku shite shimao kikayo. De fuka ni yu koto te nani? And what did he want to say to fuka? Ore o yu. Ore. Hora, fuka YOTSUBA no e kaite kureta. She drew that for her. He. Anoko e heta ne. It's like that girl's drawings are bad. YOTSUBA's just like, yeah. Sore demo. Ore i nikita. She still came to say thanks though. Sore wa erai wa ne. That's, great. That's great. Demo e dattara ena ga jouzu yo. Ena is good at drawing. Demo, but e dattara, if it's like drawing, if drawing if is ena ga jouzu, ena skilled at. Ena jouzu yo. The yo is just so you know, communicates the feelings one-sidedly because she's sharing information with YOTSUBA that she knows YOTSUBA does not know. And that being Ena is good at drawing. Ena, ora, ita desho. Watashi to fuka to mo hitori. Chikoi nao. The fact she calls her Chikoi no. Chikoi is the little one. The little one. Which is funny because Ena's older than YOTSUBA. Ima nikai ni iru wa. Right now, second floor is asonde morai nasai. Go play, receive. It's go play with her, basically. Asonde morai nasai. Dare? Ena? Are? Oh, by the way, I have subscribers only mode for my streams. Even though my channel is small. The reason is because I have gotten bot spam messages in the past. And it was just annoying the hell out of me. So I decided to just switch it to subscribers only a while back. Are YOTSUBA-chan? Are YOTSUBA-chan? Doshita no? YOTSUBA-chan, doshita no? What happened? What's going on? What happened? What's going on? Ano na? Asagi kana? Kana? Ena ga na? E ga jouzu dakara na? It's like, hey, listen, Asagi, Ena, drawing is good at, are? Doshita no? Kono heya wa atsui na? Ena kura shiteru ka? It's like, this room is hot. Ena, do you know coolers. Do you know, like, air conditioning? Shiteru yo? Sakai no, kono heya ni mo aru mon. It's like this room mo aru mon also has one, also has that thing. Ah, hontou da, demo atsui so. It's like, you're right, but it's hot. She's like, why? Nande? Dekiru dake kura wa. Dekiru dake? Dekiru is like to do, or like possible to do. Whereas dekiru dake is like if possible. Dekiru dake kura wa sukao nai yo ni shiteru no. So sukao use, sukao wa nai, not use. The yo is like, yo has different meanings, but in this case it's like, yo can mean like, it can mean like something is like something, if I'm not mistaken, and it can also mean other things. In this context, it means like trying or try to. So suka wa nai yo. Suka wa nai is not use or doesn't use. Suka wa nai yo would be like use, not try to, literally. Or backwards is try not to use. Right? So she tries not to use the kura, the air conditioning. Shiteru no. I don't know if I'm going to go through all of volume 1. If that's the case, I'll have to change the title of the video. But anyways. Chikyu ondan kate. Chikyu is the earth. Ondan is like warm or warming. And then ka is change. So the earth warming change. Yeah, it's like global warming she's talking about. It's Chikyu ondan. Ondan. Ondan is like warm or temperate. Yeah, it means like warm. So the earth warm change. So basically talking about the climate of it changing, right? Chikyu ondan ka te shiteru. It's like, do you know it? Shiteru. Chikyu dan? ね、私もあんまりよくわかってないんだけど、it's like I don't really know it that well myself. But すごく大まかに言うと、すごく a very 大まか is like general or rough. 大まかにYuto. Ni, we've talked about the particle ni. I'm not going to talk about it again after this, but the particle ni indicates direction. It can refer to a place, so you could say like Tokyo ni ikimasho, right? Like, let's go to Tokyo. Or in this case, she's saying sugoku omaka ni yuto. So you is to say, so she's saying I'm going to say a general, very rough, right? Referring to the Chikyu Ondan, to describe it, what it means to YOTSUBA. So Sugoku is like very or big, or, you know, exceedingly. Very Omaka. Omaka is like general or rough. Usually I would say that word is used for describing stuff, or if you're going to describe something. So she's like, I'm going to give you a very general or rough explanation, right? She doesn't say explanation, which would be setsume. but she says yuto, which is she's telling her that I'm going to say this. Sugoku omaka ni yuto. I'm going to say general. So very general say, right? Very general say. It's the literal translation. Kura o sukau to jikyu ga atsuku natte. When you use the air conditioner, the earth becomes hotter. Hokkyoku is North Pole. Hokkyoku no kori ga tokete. The ice ga tokete. This is confusing because it's in hiragana, but it means to melt in this case. Because the hiragana can have different meanings, but this means melt. They just didn't put the kanji for it. Tokete shima ga. Shima is island. Ga shima ga shizun jatari. Shizu is, this kanji is right here. Shizumu, to sink, means sink. So kura o sukato jikyu ga atsui kunatte. Hokkyoku no kori ga tokete shima ga shizun ja tari. Tari is, I forget what tari means. It's like but she's basically listing it. She's basically doing a list. I kind of forgot what tari means, to be honest. Jikyu ga totemo taihen ni naru no. Sore ga jikyu ondaka. Jikyu ondaka. So you look at the English. The ice at the North Pole will melt and islands will flood. Holy crap, that's quite the explanation. This kid's gonna think like, YOTSUBA's gonna think it's the end of the world. Apocalypse. Hokkyu no. Actually, let me just look this up. Just the tari. The tari throws me off. Because I actually forgot what tari means. Let me see. The hell just popped up? What the frick? Oh, some Firefox thing just popped up on my screen. The hell? I don't know what that was. So, like, I'm not too sure what tari means because I actually, like, forgot it. To be honest. But she's basically listing and explaining whatever. I don't really do separate grammar study. Like, I have looked at separate grammar study in the past. But most grammar, you're like, people just pick up from reading. But I think, I'm not too sure, but I think the tari is just for like listing whatever. I think so. I kind of forgot. Which is annoying. Because I know you could say, like, for example, if you wanted to say, what's a good example? Tatoeba, tabetai. Like, if you, tabetai would be a want to eat. We could say, I don't know if it would even make sense, but tabetari, nomitari, instead of saying tabetai, nometai. Tari, I think, can express want. It can replace tai and also make a list of the things in that case. In this case, where she says Hokyoku no kori, North Pole's ice, the ice of the North Pole, ga tokete, melt, shima ga, islands, shizu, sink, ja tari. I think she's just like listing it, putting those in a list of the things because she's describing the Chikyu Ondanka. That's what I think. Anyways, next page. Dakara dekiru dake. Dakara, because of that, if possible. Dekiru is like to do or able to do. Dekita is did. Dekiru dake is like able to do but, so like literally. So it's like if possible, pretty much is a much better way to put it. If I check it, if at all possible, as much as possible, yeah, so like if possible. Akura wa suka wa nai yo ni shiteru no. Demo sugoku atsui, but if it's very hot day, demo sugoku atsui hi wa suke chao no. Suke chao no. Well, like she'll use it, she'll turn it on. Suke. See, this is another thing I don't like about why when there's hiragana. You can pick up on it and it's pretty easy, but it might take a second. Pretty easy if you're used to it. But sukeru could be like to attach, or it could be to turn on, like to turn on a switch. So in this case, she's using suke chao no. Suke chao is like doing, kind of like like to do. Some of these things, especially the grammar points, I do feel like I understand them, but I just don't know how to explain it. Kurawa warui ka? Chikyu no tekita. It's like enemy of the earth. Teki's enemy. Chikyu, Earth's enemy. Oh my, she's like, oh my gosh, air conditioners are Earth's enemies? Sonna ni wa, it's about that. YOTSUBA-chan wa kura nai no? Nai yo? Suke chao yo, like to do, to talking about how like she will turn the air conditioning off. I had to revisit that just quickly for myself. Datte to-chan wa ii mono nanda, kura nanka nai yo. Soka nai to omo. It's like, doesn't, I think. Are? YOTSUBA-chan? Yeah, I thought it. I don't know if it'll go through the whole volume today. It's okay. To-chan nanda? To-chan. Kono ie kura aru ka? Kura ka. Ba-chan wa nakatta mo na. It's like grandma didn't have it. Ji-chan ga kura kirai nanda. Yo, grandpa hated it. Demo kono uchi ni wa aru zo. This house has shinshitsu. Bedroom shinshitsu ni mo aru zo. 2階にもあるぞ。父ちゃん、見損なった、like misjudged。見損なった。なんで見損なうんだ？地球温暖化だ。何？お前、それ、知ってるのか？朝肝だ。朝肝だ。朝木、クーラー止める。止めろ。よつばちゃん、どうしたの？うちにクーラーがあった。父ちゃん。She's like, 父ちゃん。crying, but they're not happy. Yotsuba's crying. She's like, 父ちゃん。the Namida, how do you say stream? Namida nawakeru? Is that it? Is that how you say to stream? Stream or flow? Nagareru. My mistake. I said nawa. Nagareru. She's like, Chikyu no teki data. She's like, my dad is an enemy of the earth. He uses air conditioners. He's killing it. Kura wa suzushiku te totemo ii na. Saikin no wa, it's like recently, shodenroku, few electric power, low power, shodenroku de chikyu ni yasashii shi. What the hell? Katakana, I have trouble reading. The hell? Minus ion, a negative ion. What the hell? Minus ion ga. Nani shiteru no? Asagi wa chikyu no teki ta. Chikyu onkanban. Oh, she's mispronouncing the word. I was just like, what the hell is she saying? Oh. Chikyu ka atsuku naru zo. It's becoming hotter. Ka. だからクーラーで地球を冷やしてるのよ。coolers. 地球 the earth 冷やしてるのよ。cool it basically. 冷やしてるのよ。doing it to cool, right? Doing cooling. 冷やしてるのよ。あれね、この部屋とても涼しいでしょ。暑くないでしょ。涼しい。ね。She's like, the room is cool, right? It's not hot, right? It's like, it's cold. Yeah, the air conditioning. Modern miracles and machinery. じゃあ、クーラーは悪くないか？クーラーは とてもいいものよ。悪くありません。YOTSUBA ちゃんと、YOTSUBA ちゃんと、間違えた。間違えた is like made a mistake. The hiragana threw me off though. このうかりさん、このうかりさん。うかり is, I don't know what that is. Like silly? Careless? Ukari is carelessly. Okay. So Ukari-san is like, she's just saying, oh, you're silly. Ah. Yeah, my fake laugh. Ah ha 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 ha. To imitate the real laugh. Ah, じゃあ、やっぱり、父ちゃん、悪くなかった。忙しい子ね。忙しい子ね。It's a busy kid. 父ちゃん、この部屋、あっちなクーラーつけよ。えAfter he's like, eh? After she complained about like the 地球温暖化, she's like, 父ちゃん、クーラーつけよ。クーラーはいいな、父ちゃん。見直した。見直した。見直した。父ちゃん。見直した。見直した。Okay, yeah, that actually threw me off for a second because it's in hiragana. So I was like, is she saying me? I also just misread it. I thought that said mina, but it's just mi na oshita. Mina, minaoshita. Naoru is like to fix. Naosu to, but to fix can also be cure, heal. Naosu. Minaoshita. So basically, like, she revised her opinion of her dad being a chikyu no teki, you know, and revised her opinion of her father being Earth's enemy by using an air conditioner. Yes. Well, me now that would be like reevaluate. So me now. Yeah, minao shita. So she reevaluated her dad. She's like, yeah, he's not bad. He's not warihito janai. Okay, chapter 4. Originally in the title I put like all of volume 1, but I didn't know how long it was gonna take. Because I can't just like read it. I have to like talk more. Because otherwise I'd probably be more likely to get hit with copyright. So yeah, that's also why I skipped chapter 2, since we already looked at it. I mean, there's not a lot to really say. So YOTSUBA to terebi. I'm gonna have to be right back. Just give me a second. In the meantime, I don't know what the hell. See if I have like a music file or something. Or not, whatever. I'll just be right back. I don't know what to say. Well, I'll be right back, and then we'll look at chapter 4. I don't mind streaming for a few hours. I don't mind if this stream even goes for like 3 hours. So we'll look at 4, 5, 6, and try to look at 7. It's going to be a long stream. I will be right back. Yeah, I'm back. Literally just like kicked the crap out of my like computer by accident while I came back. But anyways, hopefully it's fine because gosh damn I don't have the money for a new one. But yeah, anyways, I'm back in my chair after almost kicking my, well, not almost, I literally kicked my computer by accident. Anyways, Fuka Nani? Oh, the hell? Otsuka. Oh, Otsuka-san. I was like, what does that word mean? It's someone's name. Otsuka-san ni koyu no moratta kedo. Koyu, like this thing. Koyu, this kind of thing. Moratta, like received. Kedo, but. Nandake, nanda. Like, what is this? The ke is just like questioning. Nandake kore. That's no, what the hell? I'm just looking for the ke. This thing does not want to show that. Yeah, anyways. What's this? Cho Naikai. Cho Naikai. Cho Naikai is like a neighborhood association. So you have Cho, which is town. Nai, inside. Kai, meet. So the town with the inside meeting. A neighborhood association type thing. A town meeting, right? Which would be like a, yeah, neighborhood association. YOTSUBA-chan chi ka. So what the hell? This just skipped hugely. Okay, ignoring whatever there. Okay, the pages just skipped. What the frig? The hell? Okay, anyways, whatever. For like, the pages literally just skipped ahead by several. It's just like, what? Anyways, YOTSUBA-chan chi. So this thing here, the chi, the n-chi, that one might see there, the n-chi, that means for someone's house. Not per se literal, right? But yeah. I don't know if it's casual or not, but YOTSUBA-chan chi, YOTSUBA's house. So they got like the letter for YOTSUBA's house. Uchi is house or ie. I don't know if they just shorten it to chi here, but the unchi is like for some, referring to someone's house. Kore otonari ni watashite kaite moraeba ii no yo. Kore, this, tonari ni, the neighbor, watashite kaite, give, the right, receive, would be good. Fun. Ja, yatto ite. Iyo. Motte ite kuru. Ah. Okasan, fuka unde sekai datta wa. Talking about how Fuka grew up well. Ogesa na. Ogesa is like exaggeration. Demo Asagi wa shippai. Asagi is a failure. I want to go over this line again. Kore otonari ni watashite kaite. Hashite kaite morae bai no yo. So good to receive, morae, good to receive, written, given to the neighbor. Take this next door and have him sign it. これお隣に渡して書いてもらえばいいのよ. So anyway, going back, でもアサギは失敗. Asagi is a failure. Why does her mom think she's a failure? Why? Because あの子昨日 that child yesterday 私のアイスを my ice cream 食べたのよ ate あの子昨日私のアイス食べたのよ許せないわ It's like I will not forgive her for eating my ice cream. She's like, what kind of daughter did I raise that eats my damn dessert? I won't forgive her. 父ちゃん何してる? It's like, Dad, what are you doing? また遊びか? It's like, are you playing again? また again playing? 遊びか? なんだよまたてなんだよまたて It's like, what do you mean again saying? It's like, what do you mean saying again? What do you mean by again? Sakicho. Sakicho is like tip. Sakicho. Saki can mean like past or previous. But can also mean like tip, like the tip of a pen or something else. So sakicho is tip, point. So they're using a measuring tape, so they're referring to the tip of the measuring tape. Sakicho o motte jitto shitero. So the tip, motte, hold, jitto is still, hold still. Shitero. It's like it's telling her to hold it still. In my opinion, I don't think YOTSUBA is the best manga for beginners. People are entitled to their opinions. I do think, call it arrogant, but I do think mine is right. And I say it looking out for others. I think YOTSUBA is a great manga. It's very funny, but it's grammatically, it's strange. Speech-wise, it is also strange because you have different characters speaking it in different ways. One formally, some casually, one or a few super casually, right? I don't think it's like a manga for, obviously not for absolute beginners. And in my opinion, not for beginners either, for novice. Like I look at like, I would separate the categories into like absolute beginner, who knows not even hiragana or katakana, beginner, novice, intermediate, advanced, and then fluent. I would say YOTSUBA difficulty-wise is listed for people who are more novice. But some people say lower intermediate, which I could agree with. Like, I think there's better mangas to use to learn from than YOTSUBA. There are, like, absolutely. Because instead of trying to figure out, you know, the niches, the peculiarities of this manga and the hiragana usage and the different forms of speech used by different characters, one could just focus on another that is more consistent and would be able to learn more effectively the standard of it. I would say that's just a fact of the matter. To say otherwise, to say otherwise is really just bias. However, I will say YOTSUBA is really funny and really great and enjoyable. It's just there's better things. There's better mangas and stuff to use to learn than it that would be more effective and quicker. I know some people would rule it out as a, you know, use what works for you thing, but I feel like people tend to say that and use that as a cop-out sometimes. But anyways, not that YOTSUBA is bad. Like, it's good for like people who are novice level, and you should actually challenge yourself to by attempting to do something that's a little outside of your level. However, you know, it's not as beginner friendly as people say, and it should not be as widely recommended as the first manga for people as it is. Just because, like, and I will say fact of the matter, there are better options to have as someone's first manga. Right? Like, there's other slice of lifes, there's other shoujo manga and stuff that will have more common speech, less colloquial, less confusing, less various forms of speech used in it. Right? Like, because sometimes Fuka speaks super casual, super formally, and you're not going to be speaking like that, the majority of people, unless you're in a business profession. The way YOTSUBA speaks, you're not going to be speaking like that, because that's super casual. Right? So there are better options. Probably like Non-Non-Biori. Non-Non-Biori is supposed to be a bit more intermediate, but Takagi-san is widely recommended. I'm going to start that later in the year. I feel like YOTSUBA's it can be a little challenging for me in parts, but I do think my level is above it. If YOTSUBA is like upper novice level, I would say recommended upper novice. I would say I'm like lower intermediate for reading. Maybe mid intermediate, but I think that might be pushing it. But yeah, that one I mentioned earlier, I forgot what it's called in Japanese, but the girl from the other side. Totsukuni Shoujo or whatever it was called. Gonna start that in October. So that'll be nice. That's like intermediate level. It's like a fantasy drama type thing. There's a silent film of it. It's really good. Now, I'm not trying to bash YOTSUBA. YOTSUBA's a great manga. I think it's hilarious and I really like it. But even me, myself, I'm probably going to read it until October because I'm further ahead than what we are on stream. I tried to read ahead, you know, a few days prior. But it's something I feel like I'd rather read for enjoyment at this point than it providing a lot of benefit for me personally, learning wise, just for my level. I think I'm a little more advanced than the recommended level for YOTSUBA. So I think I'm ready to like go to something else. But I still want to read more of it because it's just hilarious and I like it. Anyways, yeah, YOTSUBA is good. I don't think it's a bad choice for someone who's a beginner to have as their first manga. It's just not the best choice. There's a lot of better choices that will be not only like effective and more effective, but quicker too. More easily able to be going through. But yeah, because there's a lot of stories that people can also enjoy and that would be more effective than YOTSUBA. Because YOTSUBA is nice, but it has its faults for language learning. And I know a lot of people talk about you can just pick up whatever from the pictures and that's cool, you can do that, but you're more just sentence mining it. Like you won't actually be able to reuse those words in any other context. You like when you learn, you have to not just learn sentences, you learn the individual words. Like my nephew is a baby. He learns words in both those ways. They're complementary. So going by pictures alone isn't the best. I went on a little tangent, but anyways. I like YOTSUBA. Would I recommend it? Yes. Would I recommend it to someone who's an absolute beginner? No. To someone who's a beginner? No. To someone who's like a novice? Yes. novice to mid to upper novice, I would recommend. Lower intermediate, I don't know, but upper novice to lower intermediate is usually the recommendation for it. これでここにつける Katan. Yeah, my katakana reading is not the best. Katan. これでここにつける Katan の幅を測るんだ. So 幅 is width, 測る is measure. いいか話すなよ話すなよ Don't let go 話さないよ話せないよシュルルルって言っただから話さなって怖いんだから It's like it's scary. That's why I said don't let go. It's scary. これがなると人が来た合図だ Ping pong. Someone's at the door. これがなると It's like this sound. これがなると人が来た person comes 合図だ It's a sign. So the sign. So this ringing like toe marks toe can be and or marking like the thought of something. To hitori person came sign. 多分ジャンボだ。今日来るって言ってたからジャンボ違う違うおじやまします不可だったあれ違った俺は服着た方が良いですね俺は服 clothes 着た wear 方 is like direction が良いですね saying like me as for clothing wear direction like the direction of wearing clothes good right yeah, it's probably good to not walk around in your underwear when you have guests but anyways そうですね父ちゃんはいつもパンツ丸出しか丸出し is like bare or yeah in full view bare or in full view so he's always like walking with his so he just walks around in his boxers Kairan pan Kairan is circulation Kairan pan I'm not sure Kairan is that pan or bon I can't see either way it's a circulated notice a notice going around 切ったりとか手切ったりとかsomething came 回ってKairan pan I can't tell if that's pan or bon because it's the subscript is so small 小さいすぎる飲んでない 回ってきたりとか。Well, they take turns distributing it. That sentence had a little difficulty with kairan pan, the circulation notice. Ka mawaru is revolve or rotate. They rotate it. Mawatte kittari toka. じゃあここに名前かけなばいいの。はい、そこにふかこれ持って。Just let it go to scare the crap out of her. 怒られた。怒られた。mad. カーテンですか。あとは風呂のマットとか、洗濯機もいる。洗濯機。洗濯 laundry 洗濯機 laundry machine もいる。それとテレビならif a television うちに一つ余ってますけど basically they have a spare television いりますか。テレビをリサイクルに出そうと思ってたやつなんで。So they thought of recycling it? ちょっと古いのでよければ。So a little old, よければ。If you want or that's good, よければ。そりゃ助かる。YOTSUBA、お姉ちゃんテレビくれるて。優しい。アイスクリームもくれるか。What the? It's like, are you giving us ice cream too? まあ、あったらあげるよ。It's like, well, after I'll give you. まああったら if have あげるよ。If have will give. I misread that. よかったな。じゃあ取りに行きます。すぐ渡せますけど。ピンポン。ジャンボだ。Yo, dude's like taller than the friggin' door. Oos. やんだ。暑いからこねて。やっぱ。ダメだ。Is this Yanda character just gonna be like mentioned throughout the series and then it's just like he never shows up? ジャンボ切ったな。でかbecause like this dude is like a friggin' giant. こんにちは。わあ、美少女だ。美少女だ。It's like, what the heck? A beautiful woman. おい来い。この犯罪者。おいこう。 He's like, are you a criminal? Hanzai jane. It's like, I'm not. Anta, nansai. 16歳です。みわく人ひこ不体派遣。落ち着け。Unidentified flying object. What the hell does that mean? Miwaku? Oh, that whole thing means... Holy crap, that's a long thing. Mikaku nin hiko butai. What the frick? That's like the longest Japanese word I've ever seen. Just to mean like UFO. The hell? Alright. The hell, that's the longest word I've ever seen in Japanese. Literally just for UFO. Hakken discovery. Okay, anyways, like, I'm not gonna try to learn that word, because holy crap, that's the longest. I've never seen, like, so many kanji in one sentence. That just looked like Chinese for a second. I was like, is this a sentence? No, it's like one word. Well, I mean, unidentified flying object, UFO. Miwaku nin hiko butai hakken. Hakken is like discovery. Hakken is discovery. That I know. The other thing for UFO, I had no idea. I was just like, what? I was like, huh? Anyways, nande. Nande teme. The katakana throws me off. I can't read katakana that well. Nande teme. Zubon wa itenda. It's like you're wearing pants. It's like you never do that. Kako kete jane. It's like trying to be cool. Kako keten jane. Zubon kurai wa kasero. It's like kasero. I don't know what that means. Like, leave it out? Zubon kurai wa kasero. I'm not too sure about that, like, individually. So I'm just gonna skip that. Nanda to yaruka. It's like, you wanna go? You wanna fight? Wow. To-chan mo. Kanbare. Nani kore? Actually, let me just look it up for a second. Zubon kurai hakaseru ro. Hakasero wa. Hakasero. Wait. This refers to put on pants, right? Okay, yeah, okay, I actually know the word for that. Okay, I actually know that word. At first that confused me. I know it, but the hiragana just like, I was just like, what? I mean, YOTSUBA is more for the enjoyment than for learning. So ka, YOTSUBA no tomodachi ka fuku Fukkata. Ayase Fukka desu. Yoroshiku. Chambo da. Chambo desu. Yoroshiku. Yoroshiku. It's like chambo. Like what? Shikashi. Konna bishoujo to tomodachi ni naru to wa erai zo. Ya. Bimyon ni yotte. Bimyota. Nanda? Bimyo ni. She's saying the word wrong. Nanda? Bimyo janai. Bishoujo da. Bishoujo. Kirei na onanoko te imi da. A beautiful woman is the meaning. Fuka kirei datte. Yeah. And she's like embarrassed. De imakara sono bishoujo Fuka-chan ni terebi o morae ni iku no da. Ja. Ore kuruma morao. He's like, well, a car give me. Agemasen. Not giving. Agemasen. Oksan. Kuruma kudasai. Did he? What the frig? He just goes to a person's house he's never been before and he's like, Oksan. Oksan refers to wife or someone's wife, but it can also just refer to like the lady of the house. Right? Which that's what it does in this case, in this context. Oksan kuruma kudasai. He's like, Oksan. Kuruma kudasai. He's like, car please. Please give me a car. Deka. Doshita no? Anta. She's like, you're huge. What's wrong with you? Chichikata no senzo ga kirin deshita. It's like my father's ancestors, the lineage of my father, the ancestors, kirin deshita. Kirin is giraffes. Jodan da wa. Jodan ne. Jodan. Jodan means joking. Jodan ne. Jodan janai. Jambo da. Jambo. They made that joke, that would have been hilarious. Just because it sounds similar. But probably not the best in Japanese, but whatever. Mae no terebi YOTSUBA-chan ni ageyo omotte. Iyo. Motte chatte. Jama dakara. Jama is like nuisance, disturbance. Wa, kawaii. Anata ga YOTSUBA-chan ne. It's like, you're YOTSUBA, right? So desu. So desu. Uchi no ko. Kotomo. Yoku shite ne. So get along with her kids. Kotomo? Is it supposed to be kodomo? Uchi no ko. Tomo. Unless it's used to mean something else. Not sure, actually. Anyways. Asobi ni kitte ii ka? Ii wa yo. Mainichi kitte mo. Mainichi kitte ite. It's good to go every day. Yokatta na. Ore inasai. Say thanks. Ice cream kudasai. He's like, say thanks. She's like, Can I have ice cream? あら、いいわよ。じゃあ、こっちおいで、こっちへおいで。あ、すみません。これです。これならジャンボ一人で。これならジャンボ一人で。He's like, oh, if this is it, Jumbo can do it himself. 二人で一緒にもとな。There's Asagi. She's like, what? でかみんな、YOTSUBAちゃんの試合の人、テレビ持って行ってもらうの。うちの姉のAsagiです。こんにちは。Hopefully no one can hear my nephew in the background, but anyways. こちらはジャンボさん、たけしだ。武田たかしです。She's like, what? You gave me your nickname. そんなに大きいと服探すの大変そうですね。Like that kind of huge clothing to search for is troubling, isn't it? いいえ。It's like, nope. 俺は裸でも大丈夫ですから。It's like, いいえ。Nope. As for me, the hell, 裸でも naked even is okay. And then she's like, anyways, I'm going to leave. それじゃあ。はい。お元気で。いいかん。緊張してしまった。nervous. いいかん。緊張してしまった。It's like, I was nervous. 俺なんか変なこと言ったか。It's like something strange thing said. He's asking, did I say something strange? So it'd have to be like backwards. Japanese and English work backwards. Minus one word for sentences usually. Anshin shiro. It's like relax. Itsumo, always, to, kawan neyo. To kawaneyo. Didn't change. Itsumo to kawaneyo. Same as always. It's the same as always. どうした？いいな。いや、YOTSUBA、今、すげえ美女がいた。微妙じゃないね。じゃね。美女だ。美女。フカと一緒か。フカはなんだっけ？少女だな。What the? She got demoted after he saw her sister. What the hell? あれ？ B は？ She's like, B は？ What happened to the B? B は？ The beauty? では、もらっていきます。ありがとう、美少女、ふかちゃん、what the? She threw salt? Is that to like keep them out? Like a joke. エナだ。エナ、こんにちは。でか。すみません。大きいですね。Cow! He's like, he growled at her. Oh, poor Anna, she fell. 大丈夫だ。ジャンボは怖くないぞ。お母さん、お母さん。今ね。玄関 is front door. 玄関 or gateway or whatever, like at the front. 玄関にすごく大きな穴も見た。ジャンボさん、武田さん、キリンさん。何よキリンって。先祖がキリンなんだって。先祖がキリンなんだって。でも、ガオって言ったとは。ガオGao to ita. For some reason, when I try to switch between the Japanese and English, it just messes up the page order. Senzo ga kirin nanda te. Did the page freeze? Okay, this might not be working. Okay, so it's not really loading now. I wanted to do the full volume 1, but we might not do it just because, plans change. So, yeah, for some reason the page is not loading. Okay, I think I have it. It's saying reload the page. I have it on my computer too. Okay, so that's chapter 4. So we'll hit 5. YOTSUBA, hayaku shiro. Oite kuzo. It's like, I'll leave you behind. Oite kuzo. Oite kuzo. Let's see. Konnichiwa. Bishoujo no Fuka-chan. それやめてください. It's like, oh, the beauty Fuka-chan. It's like that. Stop, please. She's like, I am angry. I am anger. これ、昨日、渡すの忘れてました。テレビのリモート。ありがとう。はい。お待たせ。YOTSUBAちゃん。なんでかけYOTSUBAちゃん、お出かけ買い物、そこに大きいお店があるって父ちゃんが言った。So her dad said there's a big store. そこに there 大きい big お店 store がある exists て So te is kind of like the action of the thought of that. Tochan ga ita. It's like dad said. Apato. デパートね。父ちゃん、早くしろ。置いてくぞ。It's like, hurry up or I'll leave you. That's funny because he said that. 出発。あ、四つ葉、そっちじゃない。こっちだ。So they're going to the supermarket. Tochan, I'm actually wondering, like, where did he get Yotsuba? Like, what's the deal with that? Because she's adopted, right? So. Tochan. Michi shiteru ka? It's like, do you know the road? Tabun. Kochida. Tabun kochida. Probably here. Tochan, maigo ni naru zo. It's like, Dad, maigo ni naru zo. Become lost. Lost become. It's like, are you lost? Nakunayo. Nakunayo. Don't cry. Naraneyo. Not crying. Naraneyo. Nakaneshi. Naraneyo. Not become. I think he means lost. Nakaneshi. Not crying. Tochan. Kyo. Tochan cho suyoi. Cho suyoi. Karana. Super strong. One. Wa. Bitase. Warui inu da. One. Tadaka ka wa nakte ii. It's like you don't have to like battle it. Tadaka wa nakte ii. Kaidan. Ue wa jinja da na. Jinja? Matsuri ka. So. Omise no deru tokoro da. So. Omise no deru tokoro da. Kiyo wa nai. Kyo wa nai. Matsuri nai. She's like, oh, there's not. She started running because she's like, oh my gosh, a festival. Matsuri no toki wa ikou na. Tabemono yasan. Bara is like rose. Hara? No, that's hara. Never mind. Hara heten no ka. So you're hungry. Hara heten no ka. Mo chotto hette nai kana. Mo chotto hette nai kana. So she can wait. Let it pass. Mo chotto hette nai kana. She can wait a little longer. Areda. Oh, dekke na. Oi, YOTSUBA. Konna okii omise hajimete daro? Kuni ga sukutta no ka? Minkan dakedo. It's like minkan. Nanda. Doushita. Are da. Sore de ue da. Oh, in. Achi wa shita da. Wow, YOTSUBA. Boom. Gotta pay attention. Baka ka. Abune na. Ita. 本当に頭打つやつなんて初めて見たよ。 いっぱいあるぞ。もう。あ、これ、もう、買おうかな。これも買おうかな。So he's wondering about buying it. Wondering about it. 買おうかな。出てきなさい. It's like, get out of there. It's not a tool. It's like, I'm not trying to spend more money and buy more stuff than we need. カーテンだ。あっち見てくる。うん。父ちゃん。自転車。She just like slammed it right into him. 危なかった。これは乗っちゃダメ。おとなしく見てなさい。おとなしく quietly, docilely, obediently 見てなさい。Look. なんだこれ It's like, what's this? ああ、なんだこれキャー YOTSUBA 大声出すな It's like, don't use your big voice, your outdoor voice. あっちに怖いのどれ鳥よけの風船like bird repellent 鳥よけの風船 the bird repellent balloon 鳥よけの風船なんだこれが怖いのかお前鳥か It's like what this is scary what are you a bird It's like, why are you scared of it It's a 鳥よけの風船 It's a bird repellent balloon お前鳥か Are you a bird Is that why you're scared ほらほら Dude's just like let me like scare the shit out of my like daughter and just like traumatize her 他のお客さんのご迷惑になりますので It's like you're causing trouble for the other customers. Go is just like formal. Meiwaku is trouble, disturbance. O is just formal. Kyakusama, sama is just formal. Kyaku is guess. Domo sumimasen. Domo sumimasen. Very sorry. YOTSUBA, あれどこいた面白い she just like fell asleep in this store. She's like, oh, they have beds here. Well, it's nap time. I'll just like clock out for 5 minutes. Oh, そうだラーメン食ってこ This is a kind of a super casual, seemingly vulgar way to say eat. 食ってこ Saying kuru instead of like 食べる Omaika, it's a good Not vulgar like as in suggestive, vulgar as in super casual and would be seemingly quite rude. Depending on who you're talking to. Nagai zo, omae yo, damatte kue. It's like, be silent. He's like, be silent. It's like, why is she not eating? Be silent. He's probably thinking that. Ojo-chan, tamago, omake da. It's an egg gift. Free gift of an egg. Omake da. Na. Omake. Morattash na. Jinja miru. Shindoizo. Shindoizo. He's like, I'm tired. Frazzled. Frazzled. I am frazzled. Heikida. He's like, you're fine. Heikida. Yoi. And he's like, oh, I can't lose. I can't lose to this, like, 6-year-old. Even with all these bags, I'm gonna destroy her. And he did. Man's like, I feel like a friggin' world champion long racer, like a Usain Bolt or someone. Tota. Tochan. Tochan. Toidaro. Tochan ha. I misread that. Tochan hayai daro. Yappari Tochan wa suge. Man's like completely dead after that. Sumusu. Namu. YOTSUBA. Oh, nice scene. Suge. Senbu miero. So dana. Ah, YOTSUBA-chan. Uchi wa achi da. So she said, like, YOTSUBA Banchi. Banchi is, Chi is refers to someone's house. So she's like, oh, it's YOTSUBA's house. YOTSUBA said it in the third person. Uchi wa achida. That's cute. Yosh. Kondo wa shita made kyosou da. So they're in a race. Kyoso, compete, run, race. Katta ho wa aisu krimu. Katta. Katta ho wa ice cream. So the winning person, ice cream. As for the winning person, ice cream. And the YOTSUBA just slides down the railing. Doesn't that hurt, like the friction? Like, doesn't that hurt her hands and stuff? She's just going like a freaking bullet. Zurizo. He's like, Zurizo. It's like unfair. Zurui is like cunning or sneaky. But he's like, that's unfair. Zurizo. Ice cream. Wakatta, wakatta. Sono hen de kao. Sono hen, like that area. Kao. Like by. The by in that area. Ka. O. I don't know why the O is there. Ka O. Ka O. Like, I don't know the point of the O in Kao. Because you don't need that. Kao. Kao is by Kao. Let's buy. Okay. Yatta! Tochan mo. Aisu. Aisu, I guess, is just short for our ice cream. Aisu. Cool. Dameda. Tochan makita noni. Dameda. She's like, no good, you lost. It's like the winner gets ice cream. Ja, YOTSUBA no wakete kure. Then he's like, oh, well, YOTSUBA's divide. Give, kureru, to give. So, like, well, I'll have a part of YOTSUBA's. YOTSUBA. Okay, I was originally planning to do the full volume. But I don't think so. I think I'm just going to end the stream there because there's other things I do actually have to do, and sometimes plans change, and that's just what it is. So it is what it is. Anyways, I will be putting out that video I mentioned before about resources for learning Japanese and other things, and there'll be a short video, a longer video, 5 to 10 minutes. That'll be out this week. And then I might stream again this week a game. I don't know the name of the game. It's like a fighting game. It's only like an hour or an hour and a half long. It's like really short, and I have no idea what it's about or anything, but I might stream it. I don't even know the name of it. We'll see. I don't know. And then I might do more YOTSUBA. I want to start doing Takagi-san. Like, I think in October, because I read further ahead than whatever we stream, just to be better prepared for the streams and stuff. It just makes sense. But I think in October, I'm going to stop reading YOTSUBA because I enjoy it. I really like it. Just for my level, I want to go to something else. I think Takagi-san is a similar level to YOTSUBA, but it's going to be better for learning, like the actual language, just because of the, structure of it compared to the structure of YOTSUBA and its nuances. And I say I think that, but I don't just think that, I'm actually sure of that. And then I also want to introduce that other manga, which is more a fantasy drama one that's like intermediate level. I'll be reading that. I don't know if I'd stream it, but we'll see. Other than that, I do think in October I will continue to read YOTSUBA here and there, but it'll just be more for fun than for learning. Instead of both fun and learning, it'll just be more for fun because I think my levels exceeded it a bit, and also I think there's better things to use to learn, right? Takagi-san, I'm just very familiar with it. I've seen the anime. I saw season 1 twice. The words for it, like the consistent, like YOTSUBA has, I'm not going to re-say what I've already said, but it's not the best for learning, though people heavily recommend it, but that's only because they're exposed to it, and then also they've invested time to it, so then it's harder to, pull one's thoughts away from that. Because you get an unconscious bias to something the more time you invest into it. Though YOTSUBA is obviously funny, it's hilarious. But there's definitely better options for someone to use as a first manga or second manga than it. I do want to read more intermediate stuff. However, I just like Takagi-san, so I want to go to that and couple that with some sort of intermediate fantasy manga. So those I'll be starting in October. That's kind of it. That's kind of all I have to say. To anyone who watched, to anyone who lurked, thank you for watching. Thank you for lurking. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I mentioned this. Some people complain about on other people's videos I see about people mentioning liking and subscribing. But for most channels, like 80-90% or more of people who watch don't actually subscribe or anything. So that's why people mention it. That's why I do too. So yeah. Anyways, I will see you, and we did not go through the full volume, but I am hungry and I have stuff to do, so that's just life. Still streamed for close to 3 hours, so it is what it is. Thanks for coming to the stream, and we'll see. I'll maybe continue streaming YOTSUBA next week. Maybe go to something else. I'm not dropping YOTSUBA. I like it. It's hilarious. It's just I'm not sure if I want to stream it. That's the thing. That's the only thing. So we will see. And yeah, I think that's it. Video this week. Absolutely, definitely. And then maybe stream a game this week. We'll see. I might go to another visual novel. Not this week. Maybe next week. I have to decide on what visual novel to play because I'm not really sure. And I do want to do it in Japanese, at least with the Japanese dialogue. But that's too advanced for me, unfortunately. It's way too advanced. So I can't. But we'll see. We'll see. Maybe if I can have both up at the same time, I'll try to find one. Or if anyone knows one and can recommend one that you can have both the Japanese and English up. That would be cool. Anyways, thanks. See ya. And yeah. Bye. Me trying to blink. Oh my gosh. So I have the light in my room off so it's not showing.